Raccoons are highly intelligent with excellent memories. One study showed that they could remember very well for at least 3 years. It could be more, but who would know? Although they can live for up to 20 years in captivity, we are told that the average lifespan in the wild is only 2 to 3 years. Raccoons, who love grapes, are able to distinguish between boxes holding various quantities of the fruit, choosing the box holding 4 grapes over the one holding only 2 or 3. Raccoons have opposable thumbs, just as humans do. This makes them seriously dexterous. Their paws are highly sensitive and they can manipulate all sorts of man-made objects, including doorknobs and locks. Their hind feet can actually rotate, allowing raccoons to travel headfirst down a tree, wearing their feet on backwards as they descend. Raccoons not only look like bandits, they act like them. In another study, raccoons would open complex locks within the first 10 tries and then could replicate the feat even when the locks were scrambled or rearranged. At one time, it was alleged that raccoons were fastidious animals that washed their food. Now that assumption is being shattered through closer observation. What do raccoons eat? Better question, what don't they eat? In the wild, they like slugs, worms, grubs. They love fruit, especially grapes, small vertebrates such as fish, frogs, hatchlings of birds, and other small mammals. However, city raccoons like cat food, overripe bananas, cooked chicken, leftover pizza, and even sardines. All of these have been successfully used to entice them into traps. They often, however, successfully manage to grab the goodies and run without getting trapped. Hence, the bandit.
We're here this morning on a beautiful, beautiful summer morning with Jeanette Kendall, this was once a working farm and now it's a gorgeous and glorious garden. And you're here, you started originally in Saskatchewan. Right. So you have a really strong sense of what the prairie should be about. And your garden reflects that.
It does, you know, the openness, they just, being on the farm, we did a lot of gardening. That was just something we did with our parents. But just to be in this, it's beautiful.
Now you've come from a history in the health services, so coming out here was very therapeutic to you.
Yes.
And I understand from your husband that you're the one that mows this vast area of grass.
I do, and I enjoy it. I love the smell of grass, but it just gives me a sense of peace when I'm on the tractor, because I love it, or I use my push mower with that I have to do my exercise because I need that. But it is, I love it. I just love it.
And I understand that you once got a present that was quite surprising. It made you thrilled.
It was on a big 40th birthday, a present of a brand new John Deere tractor.
Mosquito.
It was totally loaded. I loved it. It was good.
Not too many people get tractors and get really excited as a present, but wow, I mean, this is a very nicely groomed lawn. Do you do anything special with it?
We haven't. No, this is a natural, like when we first moved in, this was cultivated. It was like summer fallow, and it just did it.
And you planted grass?
And some spots in the front of the house, but not here. Not
really.
No, and we've let it go wild. all from the barnyard and to the ends. We're leaving a lot more of the grass to grow natural, and that does very, very well.
So what I noticed is that you have a lot of really special plants and very beautiful things, unusual things. And of course the usual group of dahlias, and there's lots of them and they're blooming. They're so happy here.
They like it here. They really do, you know, because it's shade, and I think that's why they last so long, because it's shade in the morning, and then in the afternoon it really is sunny. So they've really done well in this garden.
And the other thing that you mentioned is that in the field behind us, this is just a mass of pink in the fall when the bulrushes turn and all the grasses grow.
Yeah, it is. It is gorgeous, gorgeous view, and it's natural, and we've left that. I guess this has been like this for at least 5-6 years that we've left the grass growing like that, and it's
it's perfect. It's such a wonderful view to look out on. Well, we're going to take a look at some of the very special plants that Jeanette has in her garden, so we'll be back in just a moment.
Did you know most spiders have 8 eyes, and they see a lot? In fact, their vision from the front pair of their eyes delivers quite a high-resolution image. A human's eyes are only 5 times sharper than those of a jumping spider. Their eyes are set at the front of their 2-part body, the frontal part, the cephalothorax, containing the head and thorax combined, and the other part containing the abdomen. Spiders have no ears, but hear through the sensitive hairs on their legs. It is these hairs that can detect the slightest vibration, nor do spiders have any ability to smell. It's all in the legs, you know.
So we had a look at what the view is like on this side of the garden and this side of the property, overlooking those beautiful fields and where the outbuildings used to be. But you have all these wonderful little gems of a garden, I guess, around the house, and this is one of them, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
You how many varieties of plants do you have here?
Oh, I don't know.
You've lost count?
Absolutely.
And you have all these artifacts as well. I noticed over here you have an old rocking chair, an old yellow chair over there. You had a table, you said, that was over 100 years old. Yeah. And you have lots of other little things that you've kept from the farm days and put in your garden, including your own lunchbox.
Yes, and as you see it in the background, that's the one I had when I went to school, and have it sitting right there. And we also have a gate that came from our parents' yard, and it's the fence or the gate that we would walk in to enter the yard. And we just created a nice little landscape effect where it protects the delphiniums, and I have the globe thistles there. Finches just love it.
I noticed you have larkspur over here, and I saw a hummingbird this morning. So birds must be a really important part of the landscape here.
It is, and there's we have certainly a lot of variety of different birds that have migrated here, and we feed them. We enjoy doing that too. We have different bird houses and different bird feeders, bird baths. We use our dish or whatever to put water in.
This is your little haven, this peaceful place.
A retreat.
Another thing is you've planted a lot of trees, a lot of maples I see.
So those are the trees that really do well in our yard, the amers, and the way we've done them is as seedlings, they'll drop to the ground and then they grow, and Rick and I would just plant them. There's a whole row of them at the front of the yard.
So they start themselves?
They start themselves, and they do very well.
And what about this one right behind us?
That's our bass.
A beautiful basswood.
It has done very, very well. And then we have the silver maple, the 2 silver maples on the back here. They've done very well for us. Beautiful shade tree. Evergreens that have come from Saskatchewan, of course, from our parents' yard.
You brought the evergreens from Saskatchewan?
We did.
Good for you.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Well.
It's a wonderful, wonderful garden. Is there anything that you'd like to sort of leave us with as we...
Well, I think, I certainly enjoy working out in the yard. It just is certainly a retreat for me, and just working in the soil. It just gives you so much joy and peace, but just to see things grow. And I guess for me, it's just to see how creation is just so beautiful. And we do. Both Rick and I certainly enjoy that a lot. And a lot of family and friends who do come to our yard really compliment us on how beautiful our yard is, and we appreciate that.
Any advice for gardeners?
You know, just try it, do it, enjoy it. And it's, a lot of it is trial and error. A lot, you know, it's just like farmers, you know, you have bad weather and stuff just doesn't grow, it doesn't do well. But, you know, it's the beauty of it. It really, truly is.
Well, and the beauty of it is absolutely true. This is a gorgeous property. Jeanette and her husband have made a wonderful home out here. And it just goes to show you how lovely Manitoba is, how luscious it can be, and what a restful, peaceful place it is. So we'll see you next time.
Thank you.